Weapons tier list by your boy ZakWylder is today's main dish, and in today's video we're gonna analyze, maybe break down some weapons and put them in a weapons and best guns tier list. So I'm gonna give you my personal opinion on what's cracking, what puts holes in people, what stretch people out, you know what I'm saying? So I'll put everything in this list. So without further ado, let's get right into it. We're gonna start with the main weapon of the evening, which is the M4, baby. Right here we got the M4. I think it's one of the best weapons in the game. It's the fans' favorite, of course. It has really good range. It has amazing recoil. Fire rate is excellent. The only downside of this is that it's one of the weakest in terms of damage, but if you are really good with hitting your shots, then this could definitely be viable from a distance, mid to far range. So for me, the M4, I'm gonna put it in B, but very close to A, because I see a lot of people using it, and myself as well. The only thing I would change, I would pick up, is maybe the QBZ or the Ranger over the M4. And then for the second one, we got the Thunder DMR. Now I'm very torn between this because I did use it and it has one of the best skins in the game, but with that being said, I don't find myself picking this up over the MK DMR because it's just a slow fire rate. It does hit hard-ish, but it's not viable when it comes to fire rate. So for me, this DMR would be, I think, one of the few that might be on the D list right here. It's definitely not F, it's not E, but it's not something I would pick up over the DMR or even the bar, actually. But yeah, so I'm gonna put that here. And then, you know what else I'ma do? We're gonna move on to the El Predator. Now I know a lot of people are, you know, backing this gun up, but personally for me, I like it. It's not a bad weapon. I think it's definitely in the top 5 of the whole assault rifle family, or maybe top 4, but I would put it in C, and I'll tell you why. Now my question to you, would you pick this up over the M4, AK, QBZ, and Ranger? If you ask yourself that question and you find yourself picking this up as a main weapon instead of the other assault rifles, then you can put it in A. But for me, I don't find it you know, that I don't see it as that, you know what I'm saying? And now we are going to move on, and we're gonna talk about Mr. Fanatic. Now this little SMG has a lot of history in Farlight 84. If you knew before what's happening with this little SMG, it used to be the worst SMG in history of gaming. Not just Farlight 84, but in the history of gaming. This little SMG gave us so much trouble. I used to say, if you pick this up and you're fighting, you might as well just drop it and just fight with your fists. But now it turned the tides, and it's literally the best weapon in the game. It shreds red armor like butter, with or without the mod. It doesn't matter. I don't know what they did to it. They buffed it like crazy. I do see a nerf coming maybe in the future, but right now it sits in A. All right, so we got one weapon each in each category. I love it. I'm liking this already. All right, now we're going to move on to the PDW, baby. One of the beloved SMGs, has one of the best skins in the game as well. Of course, we're gonna be talking about skins because why not? I mean, Farlight has been making banger skins after banger skins recently. So the PDW, I think, is really good. It shreds, not as much as the Vector, very close though. So I do use it, and I'm gonna be honest, I only use it because it has the best skin, but it has not failed me yet, so I do love using it regardless. It has really decent fire rate. It shreds armor as well, as every SMG should, but it definitely does it slightly better than the Uzi in my opinion. So the PDW will sit comfortably in the B tier right here. We're gonna make it a little bit smaller because we need to be fitting these other weapons in it. All right, now we're gonna move up to the Ranger, and I'm gonna be a little bit biased because it is my favorite assault rifle in the game. I think almost equal to the M4 and maybe the AK. I mean, they are under it by a little bit, but the Ranger, I think overall, is just a splendid assault rifle. Has really good range, really good recoil, accuracy is beautiful. I think just the tracing could be a little bit off with it, but not necessarily. You know, if you have all of the attachments with it, and that applies to all assault rifles, of course. But this with a full attachment, I think it beats every AR on this list thus far. The QBZ, I think, is the closest, or the QBX, sorry. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in A tier right here, sitting comfortably right behind the Fanatic. Okay, and now we're going to move to another little fella called the MK. Not so little, I mean, he does hit like a truck, and it's rapid fire. Absolutely broken DMR in my opinion. It does have a lot of fire rate to it. It does a lot of damage as well, and if the faster you tap, the faster you can get people out of there. It does have a mod which it increases the headshot damage, so I think paired with this gun is a nightmare. So for that reason alone, and the range is just crazy on it, because you can hit your shots from, you know, it doesn't matter the distance really. I've seen people crack this open with like miles and miles away, so I'm gonna definitely put it in A tier. Damn, we're getting a lot of A tiers. Maybe we need to move on. All right, so that's right there. And then we have the Invader. Absolutely love Invader. Right after the Ranger, my favorite is the Invader, and then M4 right after that. The Invader is beautiful. I would say the Invader is between a DMR and an assault rifle, because it has a very slow rate of fire, but it has a lot of damage. The damage on this is absolutely insane. So for that reason alone, because I can put a 4x scope in it and shred people from a distance, I'm going to definitely put it in a B tier right here, but very, very close to A tier for me. I love this gun so much, and it saved me a lot of headache. Now we're gonna move on to the M16. Now I know that this is a drop weapon right now, but I don't think this is gonna be the case forever. But right now, as a drop weapon, it has beautiful recoil. The fire rate is not bad, even though it's burst. I'm not sure if it competes with the Fanatic. I have not done the test yet, but if it did, let me know in the comments. But for me, from the little time I've used it, it has not failed me, and it does a decent damage. Not to the point where it would beat anything in the A or B tier. I would put it in C for now, but very, very close to B for sure. But let me know if I misplaced this, if you guys used this before, or a lot more than I did. And now we're gonna move on to the VSS. I'm like conflicted with this, because someone came to my chat and they told me that this is very, very underrated. Now my experience with the VSS, not very great this season, but the past seasons it used to be an S tier weapon, A tier weapon before, but they nerfed it a lot recently. It does have a mod, I think, the headshot multiplier, but for me this season alone, I think I would have to put, it's definitely not D. I don't think it's D, but definitely we're gonna put it in maybe the C tier, you know what I'm saying? All right, now we go to the AK-77, baby. A lot of people swear by this, and it's their favorite weapon. No matter what weapons are added in the game, they always choose the AK over them. It has really great power, mid-range capability. I would not use it for far range unless you have god aim and god control, because even with full attachments, the recoil is just horrible. But it does hit like a truck, and for that reason alone, and it doesn't have bad hip fire accuracy, by the way, if you try it. So for that reason alone, I would definitely put it maybe in the B tier. So it falls in the AK falls in the B tier right here. All right. Now we are going to move to another shotgun right here, the full auto shotgun, baby. This gun right here has disappointed me a lot this season. I think the shotguns are in a terrible place this season. Absolutely hate the shotguns. They got me killed so many times. The only exception is the care package shotgun, the M88. I think it's fine, but the rest are doo-doo. I don't know, give it a try, let me know. Even with the fire shells, it's still horrible. So for me, I'll put this in the D tier. There we go. And then the other shotgun as well is gonna be directly into the D tier. I don't really wanna explain it much. I mean, you can pick it up and try it in game, and let me know if you're back in the lobby commenting on this video again. They need to improve the shotguns ASAP. So I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but yeah, so that falls over there. And now we have the Fenrare 33, one of the great assault rifles, only with a mod. I don't think it's a natural capabilities, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it can compete with the big dogs, but if you put the mod on it, the pulse, I think it's absolutely crazy. So with the mod, I would put it in A. Without the mod, I would put it in C. Definitely not D, but C. And now the Vector, baby. This is my all-time favorite SMG in the game. It absolutely crazy hipfire, the best hipfire in the game by far. You guys can try it out yourselves. The hipfire is just crazy good, like really good. I love its ADS capability as well from a mid to short range, but it shreds armor like butter. So for that reason, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in A tier. There we go, baby. There we go. The Vector has its rightful place. Now we're gonna move to the UMP. Okay, now I absolutely love the UMP. Most of the UMPs, believe it or not, that I found are legendary UMP, fully kitted out, and it's beautiful. I feel like it's literally between an assault rifle and an SMG. It has really nice mid-range capabilities. Its attachments is full, so you can have recoil, accuracy, and a range kind of maxed out on an SMG. So I think this is an overall a great weapon, and I would put it definitely in B, right next to the AK right here. And now we move on to the Uzi, baby. This is where things get tricky. Now the Uzi is a shredder, is a killer thriller from Manila, baby, you know what I'm saying? This little guy right here shreds armor like nothing. Like red armor is nothing to him, but you need the mod. The pulse mod on this is crazy good. The pulse mod on this is definitely S-A tier for sure. I think without it is also good, but the problem is it doesn't have a lot of bullets, so if you do miss a few, you could be in trouble. But I think I'll give it a benefit of the doubt, and I'll maybe put it in A tier regardless. Okay, right next to my Vector right here, because it's honestly a really great SMG. Now I left 3 weapons for you guys to decide, which is the M880 shotgun and the LMG MG7 and also the bar. Now these are obviously unique preferences to each individual. I can't really rate them. I mean, the bar is very disappointing, I would say, this season. So for me personally, I would honestly put it in D tier until they figure something out. But yeah, the bar is in D tier for me until they fix it. But the MG and the shotgun M88, let me know your thoughts. I mean, I haven't picked them up all that much lately, but if you have, let me know in the comments below. And that is my list, guys. Please let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with this? Would you shuffle some things around? Let me know your thoughts, your concerns in the comments below. And as always, guys, if you ain't smiling, you're doing it wrong. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for the almighty algorithm gods, and I'll see your beautiful faces in my next video.